Hi and welcome back to this week's Marketing Gems. So as we get near the end of the year, I want to talk about the best marketing campaigns of 2018. Now this is a topic that most marketers talk about at the end of the year, and I've looked at the lists that are already out there. There's some really big brands, some that I don't even remember. So I've decided I'm going to pick 3 that I remember. Now my memory is absolutely shocking. So I've picked 3 that are memorable. So if they're memorable to me, there must be some real meaning behind it. So for each of those campaigns that I'm going to share with you today, I'm going to tell you what the takeaway message is and the marketing learnings that I've got from them as well. So the first campaign of 2018 that has really stuck in my mind is KFC FC UK. So when you run out of the product that your business is solely about, you don't have a business, right? So Kentucky Fried Chicken, no chicken. Oops. So February 2018, the fast food restaurant chain saw their PR business nightmare come to fruition when they had an operational failure. They ran out of chicken, had to close loads of stores, and it was just a mess. In fact, so much of a mess that people hijacked the hashtag KFC crisis and were using it to contact police. So no chicken, they were contacting police. Bizarre. It just shows you how much these people potentially might have been hooked on the secret sauce within KFC. But anyway, the campaign around this that really stuck out to me was that by the end of it all, KFC sorted out their problem and they got onto the press, they got onto the advertisers, and they printed one almighty advert that was very self-deprecating, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, a little bit naughty and saucy, but really caught people's attention. They knew they'd fucked up, basically. They knew they could have been out of business by having this massive operational fail. But instead, they turned it into a bit of light-hearted PR, and it's worked for them. So check out the advert. Hopefully I've got a graphic on the screen now. If not, go over to the blog and see the full graphic on there. Amazing campaign. So what was my takeaway marketing lesson from the KFC FC UK campaign? Well, I could say that not all PR is bad PR, but it's not the lesson I want to talk about today. What I wanted to mention is that you've got to be prepared to put a bit of humour into your business. You've also got to be prepared to put your hands up when you've messed up, but also move on. You know, it's not something that's, someone's come to harm in any way. So you're able to add that humour and just move on from the situation. Now, my second marketing campaign of the year might be a bit of a surprise, but it's the Lloyds Bank, the Black Horses, You're Not Alone advert. Now, this is a bit of a surprise for me because bank is not something that you would necessarily associate with something quite emotional, but this advert was. Every time I hear this advert, I feel it tugging on my heartstrings. Now, this advert, like I said at the beginning, my memory is shocking, but I feel like this advert might be stuck in my memory. One, because of some of the context around the advert itself and the story, but also I have had an excessive amount of visits to Vue Cinema this year because they dramatically lowered their prices. So it's like $4.99 a ticket to go to the cinema instead of $12.99 or whatever it used to be. So going to the cinema a lot more, they have a very select few of adverts that they show before a film, and the Lloyds TSB or the Lloyds Bank one happened to be one of those adverts. So it really stuck with me. The purpose of their advert was to promote the fact that they've been around for 250 years, the brand has, and they're still with you on their journey. And that really came across. It hit the nail on the head. So everything in the advert, from the music, from the little girl waking up in the middle of the night, early hours of the morning with her family, putting the Wellingtons on, meeting the community with torches, heading over the sand dunes, hiking over the sand dunes, and seeing those wild horses running through the water across the sand was just so moving. So my takeaway marketing lessons from the Lloyds Bank advert is, what else can we do in our own marketing that pulls on those emotional ties? And it goes back to knowing your customer personas again. What will pull on their heartstrings and what will resonate with them? My third and final campaign of the year is a bit of a surprise, and I'm calling this the Underdog Christmas advert. So every year, big brands compete with big budgets to be crowned the best Christmas advert. So a little known, unknown film producer called Phil Beastall produced a £50 video 4 years ago, repurposed his marketing this year and shared it again, and beat Elton John Lewis, Sainsbury's Nativity, the carrot from Aldi, and any other adverts that are around. The only one I would say it was close to, for me personally, just because I thought it was hilarious, was the KFC advert. There's like a chicken and a turkey, and they're having like a bit of a face-off. And the chicken's like, well, turkey's just for Christmas, chicken's around for life. Brilliant. But anyway, Phil's video is superb. Again, it's got that storyline. It's got that heartstrings. It's pulling on your heartstrings. The story is quite harrowing in some ways. But people on Twitter are crying out. It's had like millions of views already. People are telling John Lewis to use his services next year. And he's already recorded a second memorable, heartwarming video for ITV for their 1 million minutes campaign. So do go and have a look at that, because it's absolutely amazing. So they're my 3 marketing campaigns: KFC, Lloyds Bank, and bless him, Phil Beastall. But what are your marketing campaigns of the year? What have you loved watching? What has been remembered 12 months on? What do you still think about today? Share your thoughts with me over on Some Call Me Gem on Twitter, or find me on Facebook under Marketing Gems, and I'll see you next time.